Oh man, here we go. Our boy Ninja put, put out a tweet, and it's been catching fire, man. It's very controversial. There's a bunch of memes, and I want to get your reaction out of it. So he says the phrase "it's just a game" is such a weak mindset. You are okay with what happened, losing, imperfection of a craft. When you stop getting angry after losing, you've lost twice. There's always something to learn and always room for improvement. Never settle. So he came off this. I want to say someone in his chat said it's just a game, or someone said it's just a game, and he kind of flipped out in ninja fashion. He has these like outbursts a lot of time.
Yeah.
Now he's basically saying, you know, if you're not angry after losing, like, you're weak. Like, that's not how you get better in gaming. And I feel like it's interesting to bring up, especially on this podcast, because Nintendo is not really competitive, if you think about it. Like, in terms of gaming. You have Smash, you have Mario Kart, but that's like couch co-op. I wouldn't even say that's like esporty. So, at first glance, I was like, this guy's insane, but I get it. I don't necessarily agree, because he went on to compare like LeBron and Tom Brady and like how they must get mad and they get better. What do you think?
I agree with him. See, here's the thing. When I was younger, I played sports. I hated losing. Hated to lose. To the point where I got mad when we lost. And people can say, well, it's just a video game or whatever, but like, no, man, there's competitions around Fortnite. There's events around Fortnite. He doesn't enter the tournaments. He never enters the tournaments, but he's considered one of the best in the world when it comes to Fortnite. So, yeah, if he loses, now whether you're getting mad, I think ultimately, like, you're getting mad at yourself. Like, he's not getting mad at his opponents. He's getting mad at himself, going like, damn, man, what did you do wrong? Like,
yeah.
When I used to play baseball when I was a kid all the time. And I made all-star teams every single year that I played. And, man, I would practice and play all the time. And if I couldn't get something right, I would talk to myself psychologically and go, what are you doing? You're being stupid. Get out of your head. Like, let's go. Come on. You could do better. And it's a push and a drive to yourself. And he's right. Like, even when you're the best, you need to look at it in that mentality. If Michael Jordan made this comment, nobody would have said a word. Nobody would have said a word. It's because people want to bag on Ninja for anything they possibly can. And let's be honest, he's a little bit different than a Michael Jordan because he's got a camera on him right away. And like, it's I liken what Ninja does to like a NASCAR driver. When a NASCAR driver wrecks out of a race, man, they put the camera right in their face. Go watch interviews of NASCAR drivers that just wrecked out of a race.
They're pissed.
They're pissed, and they're going off. That's the mentality of sports. Ninja when he was younger, played soccer competitively. He was very good at soccer competitively. So I get it. I understand it. Like, when you lose, you're frustrated, you're mad. Now, I don't know the context of like where it came from. I didn't see everything, but like I was watching Review Tech USA, and he was destroying Ninja over this. And I'm sitting there going, bro, stop. Like, he's not far off by what he's saying. He's talking about, like, you know, sports, and it is esports now. Like, if I'm in a Smash tournament and I lose, dude, I'm gonna be.
What, are you gonna laugh? Are you gonna laugh it off?
I'm gonna be happy that I lost. There's money on the line, man.
I gotta say, I'm surprised. I thought you were gonna go the other way.
No,
but I actually am. I'm kind of on his side, and I think the disconnect here is it's very like a sports mindset.
Yeah.
And I don't want to generalize gamers or anything, but sports and gaming don't usually go together. You and I are like big sports fans as well. But you also got to think, this is how Ninja got where he is. Yeah. He doesn't play casually. He plays to win. And if you watch his live streams, he's an aggressive player.
Yeah.
Like, he doesn't hide. He just goes after it.
Yeah.
And I'm not usually into competitive gaming, but I've been watching Ninja a lot, Nick A30, Nick Merckx, and stuff like that. And the way that they play this game is like a
Aggressive.
sport.
Yeah,
it's a sport.
like-
It's not just playing on the couch. It's insane. So, I mean, I agree with him. I don't necessarily think that you get angry every time, but that's kind of the way that people beat themselves up. You got to tear yourself down to be a better player.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Like, I grew
the whole
up-
thing about what's that?
I grew up watching Michael Jordan play. And to me, Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. When you watched him play and him diagnose and destroy, like he is known as one of the biggest trash talkers in basketball, right? Dude, he would sit there and chirp at people the whole time. And like Matt, like you go back and watch some of the stuff. Like when he's losing, he's on the side bench, like screaming at his players and yelling, getting in their face. Again, if Michael Jordan makes his comment, if Tom Brady makes his comment, if LeBron James, if Mike Trout, if any of these guys make this comment, not a single person says a word. But when people look at video games, they go, oh, it's just a game. It's not like he's playing a game of Mario. Like, I can see if he's flipping out over Mario. Fortnite is competitive. Fortnite is, it's a competition. So I get it when he gets upset, you know? And for someone that's just to kind of, like, brush you aside, like, man, you're a sissy. It's just a game. Like, yeah, I would get pissed, too. I'd be like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, you know.
And, like, strip away the fact that he is pretty much a A-list, B-list celebrity now. This is his job.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, if Ninja starts losing, he gets no kills every game, like he slowly loses credibility.
Yeah.
And this is his life. Like this is how he's built it up. So he is a little bit extreme, but like you were saying, everything's documented with a camera.
Yeah.
So he probably did overreact a bit, but from what he's saying is kind of true from what he's doing. It's an esport. He's a esports player. And, you know, I think there's still a disconnect between video games being competitive and being looked at as sports. Like I was watching ESPN a year ago, and like Overwatch was on there, and it was weird. Yeah. But it's a competitive game. So
if you put a camera on, like if you're sitting there, you have a camera in your face, you're not going to get the best moments of people all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we don't go into the locker rooms at halftime during a football game. Guarantee you, there is some crazy stuff going on in those locker rooms, like people flipping out. Like it's the nature of the beast. Again, you got to correlate to what it is. If I'm playing Breath of the Wild and I start flipping out like that, it's just a game, dude. Relax. But when you're playing in a competitive atmosphere, it's a different thing. And I think that's the problem. People are trying to ride the clicks, get on top of him, and use his name to raise their trajectory, raise their clout because they're beating up on him. And at the end of the day, like if you really break down what he's saying, it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. I think people are just kind of overreacting.
I think 10, 15 years, this comment's going to seem mild.
Yeah.
It's like esports is, I think, here to stay.
Yeah, so. I do too.